Have you ever been afraid that your relatives will come back and haunt you after they died? Maybe you think they come back as a ghost roaming the halls in your house, or maybe a zombie trying to eat of your flesh. Well, there is a worse alternative, and that one is called the Draug. The Draug comes from Norse mythology and is a particularly nasty undead. The word Draug actually means ghost in Old Norse language, but they describe it more as a corpse ghost since they are materialized in the physical world unlike spirits. Safe to say is the fear of the Draug is not unwarranted, since they are usually hostile and a disturbing sight. The decomposing corpse gave off a foul smell and it was almost always out to spill blood. Most other undeads you will read about shows no to little intelligence, but the Draug is an intelligent being with the ability to alter its height, weight, and strength into superhuman proportions. Draugs are usually driven by jealousy and anger against what the living have and what he or she now have lost, and they have a never-ending hunger, which also causes them to attack. The Draug usually lives by its burial site, but have been known to wander off in tales. But sure to know, the encounter with a Draug almost always lead to a gruesome death for the living. Different kind of methods is told to be used to dispose of the living, including devouring the flesh of the victim, make them go insane, crush them with their weight, or simply strike them down with the undead's weapon of choice. There are a few mentions about Draugs in the Icelandic tales, for example Glum, the terrifying Draug in Grette's tale that gets slain and sent into the underworld. But before he leaves, he casts a curse on Gret, which caused him to be unlucky in the rest of his journey. Also, the hero Gunnar becomes a Draug in Njal's tale after he deceased. These are long stories, but really good ones, so I would pick up the Icelandic tales if I got the chance and interesting in a good read. The Draug is an interesting and terrifying undead and have therefore been represented in various video games, such as the Elder Scrolls series. And I kind of like you to think of some of the hollows in Dark Souls as pretty good depiction of some Draugs, a husk out for blood. And just to make sure none of your family members become Draugs in the future, there is a way to stop them from it. One of them is to stake them through the heart, much like a vampire, but if you prefer to utterly destroy the body through cremation, that would do it too. And if you fail all of the previous things, make sure you haven't done anything bad to the person while it was alive, because there is a chance that he's getting after you. Sadly, I haven't come across a movie with a Draug in it, but who knows what the future of cinema holds. With series like Game of Thrones and Vikings being done, there might be a chance we actually get to see one real soon.